welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered. You have not missed an episode. I simply forgot to record the last 30 minutes and didn't realize I wasn't recording video until the end of the episode. It was a very epic episode. Let's see. When we got back to the main hall, after the events of the previous episode, came to the main hall here, and the black orb started vibrating, so we went and took on the murderer. It was very intense. I got down to about 1 hit point and ended up taking him out. And we got this ring of favor and protection, which increases our equipment load as well as our health and stamina, which is why I'm using a different armor set right now. It's a lot heavier, but the armor's all a lot better as well. We also got the soul of the Firekeeper, which when we go back to Firelink Shrine will allow us to resurrect a fire maiden who was murdered there, and then let us use that checkpoint again. Afterwards, we summoned Solaire, who was on that staircase up there, to go and take on the boss. Because on my first attempt, I died immediately without putting a single scratch on the boss, Ornstein Smog. Whereas on the second attempt, it turned out I was planning on using Solaire as a meat shield, but he actually turned out to be really effective against this boss. He almost killed Ornstein before I could kill Smog first. And the reason that was important was because whoever you kill first gives you can get the armor set of the second guy later on in the game. Unless I'm completely mistaken about that. But anyways, I managed to do that. Then Ornstein consumed Smog and turned into a super giant version of himself. And it was a very epic fight, and I missed all of it. So we're now just picking up right at the end of that boss fight, where I'm going to get my souls from the last time I died. And try not to sound too depressed, because oh my goodness. See, the first indicator was when I'm recording, I can usually see the timer in the top right, but I don't know, I wasn't cluing in this time. But that's okay, we're just going to move on. Welcome to the future. So now that that boss is dead, we can move on and find the princess, and hopefully get a pretty cool item. But if you fight Lautrec the murderer guy in the previous hall, when you come up here, you can actually find its armor set hidden back here. I'm not sure what the story is with that guy, but he killed our Firekeeper, so we had to die. So yeah, it's just a neat armor set. I don't find it too awesome. I don't know if there's anything really special about it other than the fact it looks cool. I mean, armor's pretty rad right now, but yeah, nice bonfire so I can checkpoint. But yeah, how's your guys' days going? Basically, we're almost done with this area. Right now, what's going to happen is I don't think there's a cutscene here. This is a pretty epic moment, though. Da 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 da. She's massive. Pretty much every sign says amazing chest ahead, gorgeous view. Oh yeah, that's predictable. Princess. Father's gone. She wants you to kill him. Here's Lord Vessel. Now you can teleport around to all the different bonfires I've visited. And she really wants you to kill her dad. Man, I think you can go back to the previous covenant before. I was with the Chaos Covenant, and I wanted to get a spell later, but why not? I can get some cool stuff here too. I think that's all she really gives you. But there's a little more we can do here. There's a bit more going on behind the scenes, but now that we can teleport, let's go back to Firelink Shrine, I guess. And I'm going to need those. I'm trying to plot my route now. I should probably pause the video, but Firelink Shrine, that's where we want to go. Basically, this episode, we're going to find a curved sword that we can upgrade and hopefully get a boss weapon, which is going to come really helpful in for the next section of the game. And there's our friend again. Yes. That's a cool one. Sounds like the force spell, except now it's a projectile, so you can shoot it at people.
I'll be heading down below. No worries.
But I think I'm going to need a holy weapon, and I'm going to need the boss weapon before I go. But right now we can kind of bring her back to life. And voila. Now she can upgrade my stuff again.
Thank you. Anastasia. Now I can continue my duty. I only hope that my
But for some reason, bringing her back to life restores her tongue, so now she can talk.
Forgive me. I am please.
But she really doesn't have much to say.
Forgive. Please. Leave.
Seemed like it would have been nicer if I just kind of resurrected her outside her little prison cell, but yeah, whatever. She likes it in there. That's fine. So moving on, we can do. I think we need a sword, which we can buy from the blacksmith over here. And I think there's another subplot with this guy over here. Oh, we can get that healing spell too. Awesome. Buy. Or a better healing spell. I don't even think I can use it. 14. I will be able to use it. But I think the smaller. I will take all of these.
An undead. I'm afraid. Come again.
Because I want to progress the storyline, but I can't do that until his friends can show up. Which usually they do by now, but maybe you have to buy out all his spells so he can move on. I don't know. I just don't know. It's been a while. Even up here. I'm like trying to rack my brains where to go next. Since Fortress, we didn't really clear out most of the levels. I think what we can do. Stick to the plan for now. So if we move over here, hopefully I can show off that boss weapon in this episode. I think he still has the sword I need. Doesn't really matter what kind of sword it is, all that really matters is the type of weapon it is. And usually when you check the types of equipment, so I'm using a straight sword right now, and that just tells you what its moveset is. So different weapons attack in different ways. So you might have an awesome weapon, but it's the wrong, or it's really awkward type, or it's really slow moving. You can kind of tell that just by reading that description. I think I'm being chased right now. I'm a little paranoid. Moving down here. This guy also sells Titanite shards, which will allow us to upgrade the weapons too. Oh yeah. Remember the Divine Ember we got from the Butterfly 10 episodes ago? So buy item. We need those. We need the weaponsmith box. Don't need that one. So I think it's her sword. Where is it? Of course you can sell it. Alright. That's fine. That is just fine. I'll take from them anyways. If I have 3 of those, I think I need a buttload. If we need more Titanite shards later, we can always pay him another visit, but that should be good for now. See if I can't teleport closer to where I need to be. Nope. So now what we can do is we can go to the undead merchant, who is closer to Firelink Shrine, actually. Yep. That's probably the easier way to go. A little bit of backtracking, but now that we can walk around, backtracking is a lot easier to handle. Might have to end up skipping around this episode, I don't know. Now we're in the later half of the game. Basically what you're supposed to do is there's that talking snakehead in Firelink Shrine. He'll take you to the next area of the game, I guess, where you get the Lord Vessel, and then you find out you can't open the door until you fill the Lord Vessel full of the souls of powerful enemies, which are coincidentally all all the godlike creatures you see in the first opening movie. So you kind of get to pay a visit to all of them and basically kill an entire pantheon of godlike beings. Also, you can open a door, and then that takes you to the final boss of the game. But more importantly, it lets us teleport around and get cool weapons, and that's all I really needed it for. So this is the guy I was talking about. He should have what I need. Scimitar, that was it. Scimitar. Yes.
Thank you kindly.
Blah blah blah. And now that we got the weaponsmith box from the blacksmith, we can actually use any fireplace to upgrade our swords. Hasn't really been a factor until now because we've been using the dragon sword, but it's time to start upgrading all our cool stuff. I don't get shot in the back while I'm at a fireplace. He's just not gonna stop. Alright, we're good. Scimitar, I think we need you at +5. I hope it's +5. I need 1. Exactly 1 Titanite shard. I love this game. Alright. That's not too bad. You know what, actually I'm just gonna start it up here. Alright, so welcome back to Dark Souls. We did a little smash cut because I wasn't sure how we wanted to edit this together. Basically what I forgot to do is that there's another ember we need to pick up, which will allow the blacksmith to upgrade weapons from +5 to +10. But to do that, usually you get in the natural course of the... Don't leave the elevator, come on. Stupid elevator. But as you're normally exploring the game after the gargoyle boss fight, you can go down to the back alleys level and fight the Capra Demon. And in that area there's an ember that allows you to basically upgrade the blacksmith, which will allow you to upgrade weapons, which will then allow you to upgrade to boss weapons. This the first Dark Souls is a lot more convoluted, which is, I guess it's not too bad as long as you explore everywhere. You can probably find anything on your own, but that's alright. We skipped over a pretty sizable chunk of the game, just because the Capra Demon's kind of a bot, or what do you like? He just kind of rushes at you, which is kind of cheap and hard to handle at first thing in the game. So it's time to go around them. When we did that backdoor shenanigans, we where are we going here? We're going to Firelink, I guess. So we get to go through the sewer level, which is the best level in any video game, really. And we got +10, we're all good to go here. We bought all those miracles before, I don't know if that actually did anything. Nope. Alright. I thought he had some buddies over there, but I was wrong. So we're gonna move over here. I think it's actually on the Dragon Bridge, which I have a much closer bonfire to. Right across the Dragon Bridge, there's a door that can only be unlocked with a key that we picked up a long friggin' time ago. But, sunlight... Which one was it? Sunlight altar. Right here. This is the Dragon Bridge. So the Dragon dead, we can just kind of run across here. And these guys' arrows mean nothing to me anymore. Between the ring that's upgrading my health and this awesome armor, it's the easier part of the earlier part of the game. It's going to be much easier going. So if you imagine the episode where we killed the gargoyles, just imagine this carrying off from here for the normal playthrough. This should go pretty quick, but we just need to find a couple items. Although we can find a pyromancer down here who sells more normal pyromancies. If we go up here, it should unlock a shortcut, so we never really have to take the Dragon Bridge ever again. And here. And excuse me, yeah, fellas. We can just rest at the bonfire over here, just in case. Just in case I die. Not that it would ever happen, but just in case. I can rest at this bonfire over here. And let's just keep going a little further. The back alleys isn't a huge level, so we can probably whip through it pretty fast. Hopefully, ideally. Not that hopefully. Like it's a cool level. It's just really wanted that boss weapon. And down here. So here we go. Back alleys. Whoa! Alright. I forgot about the dogs too. So there's some cool stuff down here that isn't immediately obvious. I think, yeah, go down here. So fortunately, none of these guys pose a threat to me. I am armored up to the nines, so just gonna tank our way through this. What do you guys got? I'm not even gonna block. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, that's handy. So twin humanities are like normal humanities, except double.
Somebody help! Damn, I'm fouled.
Oh, please don't be a key. Oh, I already have a key. Alright, no problem. The Resonance Key was what we used to get the lightning power up a while ago, and that will allow you to talk to this dude.
Brilliant. Thank you. I am thanks.
He's very grateful. So he's gonna go and disappear back to Firelink Shrine, yeah.
I have my besides.
And his whole thing is that he's a sorcerer, so he sells all the early level spells in the game. And there's all his gear. But who needs spells when you have massive armor? So we can go through here. I think we get ambushed a couple times. It's not a really huge level. I think we can just go around the corner. Yeah, I knew we were ready. Around the corner. These are thieves. They can be a little trickier. They can actually parry your attacks, and they throw knives. Which would be really threatening if this was, if I was appropriately leveled for the area. But the parrying can actually be pretty annoying. So they just like deflect your sword, and then they can do a little animation to do a bunch of damage to you. We mosey on down here, and we have, yeah, the other ambush. Hey buddies, come get me. So again, this would be really intimidating early on in the game. I have to be a little bit more cautious about this. Try to bait them out one at a time and do all that jazz. Divide and conquer, get all the enemies to be on their own. Ooh, another dog. There was another dog. Alright. And so this is all the thief gear. So if you pick the thief class in the beginning of the game, that was just all the gear if you really wanted it. It's not bad, it's lightweight too, so before you have Havel's Ring, it can be a nice little bit of an upgrade, especially if you pick the deprived class like me. So basically, we're already at the boss here. And you'll see pretty quickly why I don't really like it. Yeah, you don't really expect that, so there's two dogs, and there's this dude. Not only is there a boss monster, but you have all these annoying dogs to deal with. And you have the really spooky music playing. And he does a bunch of damage too. So usually he just kills you outright, and then you go back and you try again. What I usually like doing though is you can actually go over here onto this little ledge over here. And if you have a projectile attack like a bow and arrow or fireballs, or actually I think I usually use fireballs against this guy. There's not a whole lot he can do to you over here. Like he can keep throwing his swords or whatever, but we can just keep blocking. And then he falls off. And then at this point you throw your fireballs at him because he can't fight you. He can't fight back, but we don't really need to do that. So we can actually afford to fight him fairly. Because he can't really do that much attacks. And he's already... Oh. There we go. And that was the boss of the area. So I just thought I'd show that off real quick. In the next episode, we're going to head down into the sewers. And that's a bit more of a substantial level. And then there's Upper Blighttown, where we'll pick up another pretty awesome shield and some cool armor, I think. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time.